Have you been thinking about making the Central Coast the next chapter in your life? Whether you're single, ready to mingle, or you're in your retirement age, or anything in between, we're going to explore the Central Coast. As you know, I've grown up here, raised my kids here, and I'm still here. I'm going to tell you my favorite spots, but we're going to break everything down so that you know what you're getting into before you make the move here to the Central Coast, California. Made for you so we don't have you make a mistake as you're exploring the Central Coast. So I'm going to talk about regions and I'm going to talk about lifestyle. So whether you're, like I said, moving your family, retiring, single, or you have someone coming to the local colleges, job transfers, whatever it may be, let's make sure you know what the Central Coast has to offer and if it's going to be a good fit for you. So the first thing I'm going to go over is that there are regions within the Central Coast. All right, so a lot of you call me, you've come across the videos or you're exploring California, Southern California, Northern California. Central Coast California is right in the middle of California. We're about 186 miles north to San Francisco and down to Los Angeles, another 186 miles, 3-hour drives to these locations. So we are in a good spot for you to be able to hit the city lifestyle if you want and get the shopping that you want, all the things that the cities have to offer. But the Central Coast primarily, what we want you to know is that it is broken down into regions. So we have 4 regions. North County, which is above the grade. Then we have those towns there would consist of Templeton, Paso Robles, Atascadero, San Miguel, and Santa Margarita. So those are areas up there. Those are probably the most well-known and sought out. Then you go to San Luis Obispo proper. So that is our biggest city here in the area. And that is where Cal Poly is, the university that attracts a lot of people to the area, and it is very well known. So the other area would be South County, and that's closer to the beach, and that is where you have more of a coastal influence. That is where you have Grover Beach, Pismo, you have Beach, Arroyo Grande, Nipomo, and Oceano. So that is an area that I basically have grown up in, although my in-laws lived in North County and Paso Robles, which is about a 45-minute drive from South County and about a 20 to 35-minute drive depending on where you're going to Paso. So that's a little bit of the distance. Easy drives on Highway 101 either way, either direction. Then we have our Scenic Coast areas. And also in South County, we would include Avila Beach, which is one of our prime beaches here in our area. Why? Because it is sheltered, south facing. If it's foggy in Pismo Beach, it'll be warm in Avila. Beautiful, beautiful beach. We have many videos on each individual town, but right now we're doing a broad summary for you of the Central Coast. So getting back to our scenic areas. So our scenic areas are our beaches that are right on the coastline, starting to the northern beach, which is Cambria, and then we head down to Morro Bay, Los Osos, Cayucas. Cayucas is the next one. I actually trying to go in order. Cambria, Cayucas, Morro Bay, and then Los Osos. So those are really our scenic beaches that are each very individual, very unique. So you really need to do your research on those two. A little bit more isolated because they are on the coastline, and you will have beautiful drives to those areas as well. And you can utilize Pacific Coast Highway 1, which is our iconic highway here in California. So that's a little broad breakdown for you. When people come into town or reaching out to me and saying, what can I get in San Luis? I don't know if I really want San Luis. So then we talk about Arroyo Grande, and we really venture off into other areas to consider, because a lot of people don't know about these other little towns that are around San Luis Obispo proper. So it's just really important that we give you a good picture of what these towns are about, what the Central Coast lifestyle is to see if it's going to fit your needs, right? So the first thing we want to let you know is that, the Central Coast is a very laid back lifestyle. It is not rushing. We are extremely slow paced that it can be annoying. So if you're used to zipping through town and really have been in that rush state of a mindset from the city life, it's going to take you a little bit to kind of slow it down. We are the California dream lifestyle here. So that is the vibe here. That is the lifestyle in the whole Central Coast in general. So because of that, laid back, relaxed lifestyle, it's a very stress-free environment. I've had family members recently come into town and they were commenting to me just like, Vernice, it's really interesting that people move out of your way when you're walking on the sidewalk, that they smile at you, that they say thank you or how can we help you. Like, it just blows my mind that is so noticeable to somebody else that comes and visits me. So again, those are just the things that you would expect. That is how it is here for the most part, that we have that welcoming community vibe and we're just more relaxed. So you're getting out of the way for people, you're not bumping into people and just kind of being jerks to some sense. So, that's just how we operate here. That is how the community is. Again, for the most part, there's always going to be a Karen in the house, but or in the area. But at the end of the day, that's just the vibe that we have here. So that's just something that I cherish and I love, and I need to be more appreciative of it and aware of it because I'm just used to it. So to have someone make me recognize that is a good thing, so that I don't take it for granted. Chapter of life that you're in, that's just going to be the vibe that you're going to be able to take in. No matter where you're at in your life, you're going to be in a good everyday environment with that kind of vibe. So I want you to hang tight to the very end, because the very end point that I'm going to make for you as we're exploring the Central Coast is probably the number one reason that people move here and stay here. So again, just remember, my name is Vernice and I am a local real estate broker. I grew up here, raised my kids here, like I said, and I am still here. And these videos are meant to help you find your perfect spot here on the Central Coast. So if you want to see more videos, subscribe, give us a like, and definitely leave us a comment. There's also going to be a link to homes that you can search if you're thinking about moving here and looking at particular price points. This is my personal website catered to the area. So you will get specific information that you put in, and that'll help you out if you need that there. All right, so let's move on. So the next thing that you need to realize here is that we have a beautiful picturesque terrain all throughout. So you see what's behind me, that's just a glimpse of it. We have hills, we have plenty of hiking trails, we have things for you to do on the water, everything. The kayaking, Morro Bay is a plethora of bird seeing there because of the climate there. You have the estuary there. We have Montaña de Oro, state parks, everything that you can think of to be outdoors is available. And our terrain just wraps everything up in like a warm blanket to be able to do all these things whenever you want, most of the days of the year. So that is amazing. We have beautiful scenery with the beautiful outdoor capabilities of things for you to do all year long. You just need to be prepared to be surrounded by natural beauty and wildlife. Thing that I want you to be aware of as you're exploring the Central Coast, and if it's going to fit your needs, is that we are a vibrant coastal community. So, and I mean communities. So whether you're going to live in North County, the only thing you need to know up there is that we do vary in weather and seasons, and you will need air conditioning up there. It's a little bit drier and you're away from the beach. San Luis proper is going to be or more sunnier because you're away from the coast. And then our beach communities will have that fog, a little bit cooler. South County as well, a little bit cooler, but there's locations that taper off with that climate. So again, we have a lot of history here. It's very beachy around here, very college feel, especially in San Luis. And then we're very laid back. That fits our retirement community, yet because we are full of an outdoor paradise. If you're an active retiree, active young family, active young professional, single, or a young couple, you are going to enjoy the Central Coast if that is your vibe. The laid back, the outdoors. Biking is huge as well, which is one of the outdoor things that I didn't mention before. So again, this is what I love about the area, and I've lived those lives, so I can tell you, wholeheartedly, being raised here from 7 years old, growing up here, grammar school, middle school, high school, and then I went to Cal Poly for a couple years, and Cuesta, a community college, did that, married, had my kids, then became single again, and I'll probably end up in my retirement age here. So, and it's been fantastic. So I can't say enough about it. This is a very proactive Central Coast video. I've done pros and cons. I give you the facts. So I will put a link to a video that'll really break down the pros and cons for you too, because it is important to know both avenues. All right. So now, again, we're a vibrant community with a lot of history. There's some really cool stuff around here. First motel in the world was here. We are the first location that banned smoking. We have a lot of history. The first mission is here, which was established before the Constitution. We have Hearst Castle here that William Randolph Hearst created. 28 years it took him to do this. Beautiful castle. Lady Gaga did a video there, and I just went and saw it, and it is a great thing to do if you're in the area. So again, we just have a lot of rich history here, the only swinging bridge in California, and you can drive your vehicle on the beach alongside the Pacific Ocean here and the Oceano State beach. So just so many things. And so that's what I want you to know, that there's history and there's outdoor paradise here within a vibrant community, no matter where you're at in your life. So before I give you the last item of reasons why people love being here and are exploring the Central Coast, one of the things that really stands out, I'm going to say that here in a minute, but I do have to be honest with you about one of the main things that's really called out in our area, and I have to like to give you the fast truth rather than a slow lie, is that we are expensive. The average price for a home here is $860,000. Some areas are up to $1 million. Arroyo Grande is up to $1 million average price point, and San Luis is right in there as well. So again, those are things that are just important for you to know. So if you're looking in the 600-700 range, it can happen. It is just not going to probably be perhaps what your expectation is. So this is where you need to reach out. We need to have a conversation. You can use that link that I have down below so that you can check out prices. What is that getting you? Is it going to work for you? So I just want to put that out there, because affordability, not only in California, has been an issue, but it really is hitting some of our first-time home buyers in our area. And I just want you to know that. So I want to be upfront. Now, here's the other side of that coin, is that being by the beach and compared to other locations throughout California, we're not that expensive. So if you're thinking of a beach area throughout California, then consider the Central Coast, because we're going to be more affordable than Santa Barbara. We're going to be more affordable than Southern California, and then up to some of the northern areas as well. So again, let's have a conversation about that. But I just have to let you know that that is a big thing here for our area, is the cost of living. So let me tell you The main reason why people stay here, move here, or want to relocate here from surrounding areas within California or from other states, hands down, it's our weather, it's our climate. Now, our climate is about 70 degrees pretty much over 300 days out of the year. So your kids are playing outside. Again, you can take advantage of all of the outdoor sports, any things that we have, water sports, biking, hiking, everything. You can be outside for a lot of the days out of the year. And if you're retiring and have been in the hot weather like Arizona or Texas or other areas, if you have arthritis, you can live up in North County where it's hotter. Or if you are done with the heat, then you can live in San Luis proper, you can live on the Scenic Coast, or you can live in in South County area. And if you're a golfer, we got lots of choices for you there. There is just a vast opportunity for you, just depending on your lifestyle. But I'm just trying to give you a broad sense of what it really is, our vibe here. If you're exploring the Central Coast, make sure and explore all of the areas. Give us a holler if you want to go over particulars for you and your family, and then we can really hone in on even the scenic beaches are very different. We have a huge microclimate around here. So is the fog going to bother you? Do you want sun? Do you want to be up in the hills? Do you want a view? Do you want to have access to the beach? Do you want a bigger estate home feel, or do you just want a little beach bungalow? And no matter what, the weather is going to be amazing. People have moved away. I have family that have moved to Arizona, and they're here, and it's just like, it feels like amazing to them to have the breeze, the ocean breeze come on through, the fresh air. We don't have manufacturing buildings around here, so you don't have that smog that these manufacturing buildings can bring into the air. That's huge. So again, our climate is the number one, hands down thing that everybody talks about, why they would want to move here and why they stay here. So again, if you want to find that sweet spot here on the Central Coast, you got to reach out, give us a call, text, email, day, evening, weekends. It does not matter, because we have your back when you're moving to the Central Coast, California. So until the next video, we'll catch you later.